Now, if you got a game and you playing by yourself, that's selfishness in a sense. So right then you cannot share because you are playing by yourself. When anybody want to take your phone and play the game you playing, you gonna get no one phone. But if you got a game like a worry game, a party game, you understand me? You can sit down and you and somebody else can play. Cracks and jokes up and laugh at one another. Right? Now, in that, you will get more people interacting, and have respect for one another. Well, think about it. The problem is not the digital part of it. The part that I'm dealing with is that you have two people playing, facing one another. That's the point. You could bring anything digital. It's not going to have the same impact as if you have two people sitting down playing. Now, I can tell you the honest truth. I ain't too much a game, the game kind of person, right? But when I sit down to play a game, even if I lost, if I win, I see happy. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to release the little stress that you've got nowadays, right? And things like that. You get to chat with the person, and that the person will teach you something that probably you might not know. And that is why you want the reason. Because when I go in school, it is true that we play a lot of games. We play cricket, we play football, and also we play catch up and do all kind of rough sport. And also you play X and O's and the same part of that time in them days, you didn't have no radio television. You could carry the games in school, put them in school, lecture them, play them. You could have a room where that children can play. You could got a teacher that night teaching them, whatever the case may be. And a few things will work out a lot more better. Because people talk about conflict resolution and all kind of thing, right? I think the best way to deal with that is got to the point that I want to fight, let us play a game. 1-on-1. Cause you to think, you understand me? And you got interaction. Most things is played by alone. So I figured that games is a thing that would make things a lot more different. Now, right now, I'm on to the potter board right now. As you can see, the temper they have is outer metal. Now, from here now, what I'm going to do is to, right now, I already have the router already set already. Okay. Now, I'm going to start. Right, you got a specific depth to go down. I have it set, so therefore we start now. The potter board have been finished. So this is only the first part. You're going to the second phase of it. Taking off the time plate. Right, taking off it. Right. Keep the pins. Right, put some on the side. Then we're going to the other part now. We will line up. When I first learned potter, I was at school. I never played at home, I played at school. It was X and O's and X and O's potter. We would get a book leaf. At that time it was stoppers. We didn't have big plastic bottles, it was stoppers. Turn down, turn up. And we would play that in the classroom. Right? We would play it in the classroom. We would play X and O's first and then you can play a potter. in the classroom. Well, to tell you honest truth, I win some, I lose some. I believe like I lose more than I win, but I learned to play. But I was surprised that, you know, some of the children at that time that become adults now never taught the children how to play, right? In the home, right? That's all it is. So, you know, in a sense, when you talk with children, you gotta blame the parents also. And that things that they used to learn before, you should instill it in the children. Speaking about teaching children Potter, it was a pleasure to see Roseanne Thomas teaching a young lady called Sky about the benefits of playing Potter.
Today we're going to be looking at one of our traditional games in Barbados. The name is Potter. Can you say Potter?
Potter.
Potter. When in Barbados we say you in Potter, it means that you are in trouble. Okay? Have you ever heard that term before? You in Potter? They go like this, oh, you're a real Potter girl. It means that you're in trouble. Maybe you're going to get some lashes. So today we're going to learn to play the game. All right? Now, it is based on, have you ever played X and O's?
Yes, please.
And what's the whole point of the X and O's?
You have to go in a straight line.
Yes, so in this game, can you select the color that you want? This is a Potter game board, and these are the pieces, are the movable pieces. Can you select 3 of the same color? Just pick up 3 of the same color. You've decided to play blacks, okay. So just like in X and O's, you're trying to put 3 straight in any direction, all right? Can you put them down straight anywhere for me? Yes. So you understand what you're doing? Very good. Put them down 3 straight another way. Another way. Good. What about on the edges? Can you put 3 straight on the edges? Let me see you do that. So once you're able to accomplish that during the game, you have won. All right? So go ahead and pick them up. So remember, if you're in Potter, you are in
Trouble.
That's what the traditional saying is. Go ahead and play first, guys. You can play anywhere. You're trying to put 3 straight. While you're putting them down, you're trying to prevent me from putting 3 straight, okay? Good. Now once all 6 pieces are on the board, unlike X and O's, you get to move the pieces around, okay? So it makes the game a bit more interesting, don't you think? Yes. So go ahead. These are the rules. You may move along the edges as long as it's a space empty next to it. You may move to that one. The piece in the middle may go anywhere on the board that's empty. So from the middle you may do this or this. If there's none in the middle, any piece may move to the middle. So again, the rules are in and out of the middle. Anywhere along the edges you may move, okay? You cannot jump over another piece. That's not allowed. You cannot even jump over an empty space. You may go to the space next to it, but you may not do this and go all the way up here in one play. You understand? You cannot do this. You cannot do this. So this inner square, you cannot play along there. So in and out of the middle, anywhere along the edges, as long as there's a space available. So which color are you playing again?
Black.
Okay, go ahead and play. It's your turn. Yes, sometimes it's good to move out of the middle, all right? Now do it with your eyes before you do it with your hands. Look at it carefully and see. If you were to move this one, what would you leave me to do?
Go here.
And then what would happen?
You will win.
And do you want me to win? Okay, so think about it first. Take your time and look to do something that does not allow me to win. There is a safe play on the board, but I need for you to find it. So if you look at it and you realize it's going to let me win, don't do that. Go ahead and do it. Very good. See how you work that out all on your own? Good. That is a very good play. Because once you have it set up like that, you may win two ways, either this way or that way. So I have to do the same thing that I told you to do just now. I have to look at the board carefully and choose a safe play, all right? So should I move this one? If I move that one, what's gonna happen?
I can win.
So you think I should let you in? I love you, girl. Do it with your brain before you do it with your hands. Take your hand up, look at the board, think about it. Because in life, that's what you're gonna have to do. Take your time, think about something before you make a decision. And once you leave here and you get back to school, that's how I want you to approach life, okay? So Potter is a game, yes, but it allows you to think, yeah? Are you glad you learned to play Potter today? Yeah?
Dr. Richards was able to teach me about the seeds and how they use those seeds in ancient times.
And what I wanted to show you here is the different colors of worry seed that we have, right? Right. Which ones do you know?
I know what you say, but this particular one,
Yeah,
I have some of these here.
yeah,
These must have come from Antigua.
yeah. This one here is a different plant,
Different plant.
right? Looks very much like it, but with smaller spines.
Smaller spines.
Smaller spines,
Yeah.
yes. And this one is from Antigua and Barbuda, and it tends to grow on the offshore islands, the small little islands near Antigua, right? But when we get to Barbuda, they become quite black. They grow black over there.
Black over there.
Yeah. And then these ones here now are crossbreeds, right? These ones are hybrids between the two, so they're not as orange, right? They're not as orange as this one at all, right? Yeah.
But
So-
if you want to be accustomed to it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one that you're accustomed to is quite grey. It
Yeah.
even has the name grey knicker.
Grey nickel,
Yeah, grey knicker, yeah.
It's called the horse nickies.
What you call them?
Horse nicky seeds.
Horse nicky. Yeah, we call them horse knicker as well, or knicker bean.
Yeah.
But we can draw on the very rich history that this game has, you know.
Yeah.
In one culture in West Africa, when a young girl became a woman, right? She sat at a worry board, right, a game board, and during the day, and all her friends and her family and relatives came by during the day and played a game with her and left her gifts and congratulated her on becoming a woman. You know? Right?
I better go to Africa.
In another culture, the king's prime minister sat in front of a game board. Right? This is in Uganda. The game is called Umweso. And that game board, right, was like an altar. It represented his wisdom, the wisdom of the king's prime minister, when he was giving judgments over the cases of the clans, the disputes between the clans, you know, within the kingdom, right? Yeah, and some of these made in pure gold. The Vai people have worry boards that are made of gold, right? Among the rich people, you know. The game is one of the oldest games that's still being played, perhaps the oldest games. If you go back to ancient Egypt, it was being played in ancient Egypt back in the time of the pharaohs. Yeah, archaeologists, when they were moving a temple, right, when they were moving a temple to a safer place, the archaeologists found that on the floorboard, right, where where the door was swinging, there was a worry board that perhaps some of the workers had made out of the building stone. Yeah, right? It wasn't called worry, I'm sure, because worry is a Ghanaian name, right? But it was there. It's thought that in some cultures that sometimes the worry board was used like casting lots, like a divination. And even today, in Suriname, when somebody has died, during the wake, people will come with their worry boards, and they will play with the family, and that's to distract the family, from the grieving. Inside there might be people mourning, and outside there might be some people drinking, playing worry by the fire, and so on. Just like how it used to be in Barbados, just like it was. Inside the women would be singing psalms, and outside the men would be drinking one for him,
I spoke with Dr. Richards and Andy Ford. They actually told me how worry used to use in Barbados. And, it was very interesting. I was spellbound. Yeah, Dr. Richards. No, in Barbados you call the game Potter. No, in other countries, and in Barbados, Potter means that's trouble. But in other countries, what the game really the other names for the game.
How does it mean trouble?
Well, it means trouble that when you get beat, when you lost the game, you're in trouble. Or you soon to lose the game, you're in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's also a saying in Barbados. People would say, man, that one had me in Potter.
Had me in trouble.
Had me in trouble.
Like what would have you in Potter?
It's anything that will cause a problem.
Cause a problem.
A bad situation.
Yeah, bad situation. It could be anything. It could be financial. It could be accident. It could be anything.
Okay, well, that's interesting, because when we were trying to find the origin of the game and doing a lot of interviews with Africans and book research, what we found, we found two different origins, possible origins for the words, right? One that might have to do with the trouble, and a different one that might have to do with the game, right? We didn't find Potter, but Poto Poto means mud, slime, or mire, right, in a number of West African languages, including Twi, which is spoken by the Akans, the Ashanti, the Fanti, the Akwamu, the Akaim, right, Twi. So Poto means slime, mire, you can get stuck in the mud.
Right.
And that comes over to some of the islands too. In Jamaica, you can get into Poto, which means, slime, mud, mire. Even wattle and daub house,
right.
you use Poto, right, to smear, right, the sticks to make the wattle and daub. The sticks is the wattle, and the daub is also called Poto. The daub being a mixture of mud, bagasse, manure, and other things that are sticky. So possibly there could become some connection between Poto and getting in trouble. I don't know. But that's one. Right? As for the game itself now, I don't think we found any definite origin for the name Potter. Okay? But the Jamaicans do say Pata. No, Pata is a frame.
Frame.
Yes. And you can call a, let's say you're going to barbecue jerk. You're going to make jerk. You could cut a frame, tie it up, with sticks. A frame of sticks with 4 legs, right, and crossbars. And you would put the jerk on top of that. And that frame, right, would be Pata, right? That's in Dictionary of Jamaican English. We decided to call up a maroon chief, the chief of one of the chief, colonel, Wallace Sterling in Jamaica and asked him what is pata, and he told us that was it. In Antigua, we call the game Flag of Britain because of how it
Because
looks.
of the pattern. Okay,
And then
yes,
in
the pattern.
Ghana, some people call it Sunday flag.
Let me just start off by saying, in my day, I born in 1945. We didn't know anything about television. We didn't know anything about, and of course, we didn't have all these distractions. So we used to play. After World War II finished, a lot of young Americans got killed. And so they invited some people from Barbados at least. A number of young Barbadian men went to United States to work, to fill some of the jobs that would have been left. And they also got caught up with boxing, because that was the days of Joe Lucy and Rocky Marciano and those fellas. And so they saw boxing as more, because the alternative we had to boxing was stick licking, stick fighting, and that was something that was frowned upon because it was very violent, and then it was something that didn't come from England, so it was so they're going over there affected Warri, the playing of Warri in Barbados and stick licking.
Biblical is said, right? So it was in the beginning, so it shall be in the end. And I feel gradually that people are going to get back to traditional games. Now, when I was going to school, they have certain time for everything, right? Have discussions, right? You get a chance to play games. No, it's not. But nowadays, not that there's anything wrong with that being an academic. But both of them go hand in hand. And I feel to myself, they're going to get back to traditional games. I might be a little far-fetched, I might be a little crazy, but I feel it can happen. This has been an amazing journey. I met Nakuta, met Addie, again, after a long time, Dr. Richards, and they have enlightened me a lot about the game, and I have appreciation more for the game, not just making the game. Also, I hope that the young people of not only Barbados, the Caribbean, can grasp our heritage